Coming up tonight, an exclusive sit-down with a woman from Atlanta who is stuck in Peru in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic.
President Trump downplays a national lockdown.
I don't think we'll ever find that necessary.
The action his administration is taking to fight the coronavirus pandemic.
We'll work and do whatever we can do to make it happen.
Closed for business, the Atlanta mayor addresses how businesses can stay afloat.
A free online way to check your risk of the coronavirus. New software just released from Emory.
Thanks for joining us at 9 on CBS 46 News. I'm Sean Gables.
And I'm Brittany Miller. A huge jump in coronavirus cases in Georgia tonight. New numbers just released within the past 2 hours show at least 485 cases across the entire state. That's nearly 200 cases more than yesterday. So far, 14 people have died, bringing the total death rate to 2.89%. Fulton County continues to have the most cases with 88.
The coronavirus pandemic is affecting U.S. citizens worldwide. The government scrambling to find ways to get Americans back home who are stuck in foreign countries due to travel bans. CBS 46's Trayson Bragg spoke to one of those Americans. And Trayson, you learned a lot tonight.
The woman I spoke to today lives right here in Metro Atlanta, and after an amazing trip to South America, she says she wants to land right here sooner than later.
We're trying to get Americans back from these places where air travel has been disrupted.
We did get stopped once.
Meet Lisa Coker. She's one of those stranded Americans.
This is definitely my first trip to Peru, first trip to the continent.
Coker tells me her trip to Machu Picchu to walk among the clouds was planned and paid for nearly a year ago. She finally got her passport stamped March 7th.
The news seemed at that time to mostly still be concentrated about Asia, so it didn't seem like it was, a dangerous place to go to for coronavirus, at least.
As folks in Atlanta wrestled over toilet paper, Coker and her travel buddies experienced ancient history. Days before their trip was scheduled to end, things changed quickly.
While we were on our way back from Machu Picchu to the city of Cusco, we had overheard that the Peruvian president was going to make an announcement.
Later that night, it became official. The Peruvian borders were set to shut down in a matter of hours.
We figured, okay, you know what? We're on the last flight, the only flight Delta has from Lima to Atlanta.
Then came a problem. The flight from Cusco to Lima showed up an hour late.
And we're on the shuttle, and we can see the Delta flight pulling away.
Coker says missing that flight left she and her friends stranded in Peru. As of the Secretary of State, he says the government is looking into multiple ways, including commercial flights and military flights, to get our Americans right here back home. Reporting live at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, I'm Trayson Bragg, CBS 46 News.
Trayson, thank you. President Trump says he is not considering a nationwide lockdown despite more than 16,000 cases of the coronavirus in the U.S.
Working with the governors, and I don't think we'll ever find that necessary.
The president took several actions today to try and stop the spread of COVID-19. Starting this weekend, U.S. borders with Canada and Mexico will be closed to all non-essential travel. The president also saying standardized testing will not be enforced for K-12 students, and federal student loan payments are being suspended for 60 days. Throughout the newscast, we're giving you just the facts on the coronavirus. A viewer on Facebook asked us if student loan payments will automatically be suspended. So we checked on this, and according to the Department of Education, borrowers will need to contact their loan service providers online or by phone and request the suspension.
Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has set a midnight deadline to finalize an agreement on a $1 trillion economic stimulus plan. It would include relief for small businesses, loans to major industries, and checks for individuals based on income and family size.
An executive order now in effect for the city of Atlanta, and it could put a damper on your weekend plans. All bars, gyms, movie theaters, nightclubs, bowling alleys, and social clubs are closed until further notice. Bars or restaurants that serve food can stay open, though, but they are limited to carry-out, drive-through, or delivery only.
In an effort to help those restaurants that are closing down, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms announced today those businesses will be able to sell alcohol to go. In an interview with CBS 46's Karen Greer, the mayor told CBS 46 the goal is to make this transition as beneficial to business owners as possible. And alcohol sales are a big revenue driver for the industry.
So we are trying our best to be mindful of what the concerns are out there, and certainly any opportunity for our bars and our restaurants to continue to keep people working and to continue to keep their revenue up, we'll work and do whatever we can do to make it happen.
It is important to know this only applies to unopened alcoholic beverages, and the order only mentions wine and beer, not liquor. It will be in place for 60 days.
With just about everything closed at this point during this pandemic, people are really starting to get creative with finding things to do. So here's what we saw today. Gyms, are closed, but that didn't keep this crew of 8 from getting in a sweat session outside. They worked out while maintaining social distancing. Driving ranges are also closed, but we found a woman practicing her swing at Piedmont Park.
A new